So if you haven't used a mock scrape setup, it's a really killer tactic. We've used it several times for all of our family hunts, and today we're just going to take a quick minute and show you how to use the mock scrape, how to put it together if nothing exists. And it's just a great thing. It's kind of that idea, if you've heard fish to structure, we found that deer do the same thing. When they see an isolated tree, they want to begin a scrape system. Of course, we also help with some advances to that, but it's worked in our favor several times. Even the deer that Owen shot last year came right into that and gave him a nice broadside shot. So we're going to show you today how to get this put together. You just need a couple of tools. You need a post hole digger, a scrape dripper set, and a handsaw, and we'll show you how to get it done. Let's go to the field. Alright, so here we are at the top of the hill. As you can see behind me is our blind. We've got a tree here that we planted last year that we want to be an annual scrape tree, but it's not quite big enough yet. So the best thing we can do is we've cut a medium-sized tree, and we're going to use the post hole digger and drop it down in the hole here, and that will start to establish kind of a routine scrape area for these deer coming through the food plot. So a good idea is anytime that you're going to plant an actual scrape tree or just cut one and kind of after plant it for the season in the field, is to put it at an easy yardage for you to be able to shoot from. This is set at about 15 yards from the blind, which is a nice size shot, especially for kids and really anybody who doesn't like a good chip shot. So we're going to dig a hole and drop this in, and then give you the next couple steps here in just a second. But let's go ahead and get this hole dug. We've got our tree dropped in a hole in the ground. If you don't have a post hole digger, you can also just take a T-post and drive it down and wire it up to the side if you want, but I like to try to leave it freestanding just for the fact that I also like to see deer sometimes use it as a rub also, and if that T-post isn't there, it's a little more inviting for them to rub their antlers on there. But anytime you pick a tree, what you want to do is just pay attention to what the deer like in your vicinity of the woods. We find that here in central Ohio, a lot of the deer like to use crabapple trees. They like to use oak trees, particularly white oak trees, and then also beech trees. So a couple different options there that you kind of know what works best in your area, but do that, pick a tree that will be something that they're already naturally attracted to. Our next step is to take and fill this scrape dripper and attach it up high on a limb, and then clear out the dirt space underneath and get the mock scrape finished up here. Alright, so we got a couple spots cleared out here now. I like to make two different scrape sites. One that I include the scrape dripper over. The other one I just leave natural, so that if a buck wants to get started on that, he can as well. I just cleared out the dirt in that secondary spot. But I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of this scent to the ground level here, and then let the dripper do the rest of its work over time, clearing things out. And hopefully here in a couple weeks, when the pre-rut begins, we'll start seeing some deer activity out here on our mock scrape. Very simple to do, good way to draw in bucks, give you a nice close shot, so hopefully it'll work for you this fall as well.
I for one know that this actually works, because you can see in this video here that when I shot my buck last year, it was scraping up the street, and then in just about 30 seconds after that, then I shot my buck. So I hope that if you try this at home or wherever you're doing this, like in the woods, that hopefully this will help you get a deer this year. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. See ya.